Hello and welcome to Daily Wellness. We are your hosts. I don't know if you can see this little fuzzy one back here. And time to settle in at the end of a very full day, very full week. I invite you to take a moment to just arrive wherever you are, arrive in your body, your breath. Notice the air around you, temperature as you inhale, and temperature of the air as you exhale. Notice any sounds in the room or wherever you are. Notice any smells. Anything you might feel physically, and see if you can make a little adjustment to get a smidge more comfortable. Notice any flavors. And anything else that comes to your attention. Feel the ground supporting you. And feel the air fill up your lungs and then effortlessly fall back out. And if your eyes are closed, you can keep them closed or you can flutter them open. And I'm going to get moving. I'm going to hug my right arm against my body with my left hand. I can let my right thumb point up to the sky here. And just really squeeze and hug in a way that feels good. Maybe gently sway side to side. Giving myself a back massage from the inside out here. As I inhale and exhale, shake everything out. And then hug left arm towards your heart with your right hand. Left thumb points towards the sky in a very natural way, not like one that feels like hyperextending. And inhale, I feel my body lengthen, my spine lengthen through the crown of my head. And exhale, you can twist a little to the right, maybe to the left. See what pace feels good to gently rock back and forth, holding my left arm. Inhale and exhale. I'm going to shake everything out again. And then point right elbow kind of towards the sky and grab for that right elbow with left hand. And without forcing or yanking anything, just gently putting a little traction on that right upper arm. And once again, gently going to sway side to side, just nourishing the joints of my body. And after I'm done swaying side to side and breathing and relaxing what I can relax, I'm going to rock a little bit back and forth. Inhale, lifting heart, gazing up, pointing right elbow upward, and exhale round through the spine. Elbow and crown of head point more downward. Inhale, everything lifts. Exhale, relax it down. And I'm going to let my left hand go and really let my head be cupped by my right bicep here, and right hand can fall over left ear. Just going to take a breath here. Do whatever I need to do to feel as good as I can. And then gently rock back and forth. Just cradling my head with my arm. This gentle rocking sensation, so soothing. I'm going to take my left palm and help bring my head upright as I shake out my hands again. Swim them behind me, interlacing palms, reaching hands away from behind my heart. Inhale, I look up, gaze up. Exhale, bow forward, forehead comes towards the earth. And you can play around with what level my hands are at if I want to bring them towards the shoulders, more intense sensation, or let them fall towards the earth, or more neutral. Maybe just gently move them towards the ceiling and towards the earth and side to side. Maybe experiment with something like a circle. It's actually really hard to do. And then release wrists, shake out my hands again. And this time I'm going to place palm of left hand on my upper back and grab for left elbow with right hand. I'm just going to take a breath here, see what I notice. Maybe gently sway side to side here. And breathe. Notice the sound of my breath. See if I can breathe into any areas that might feel a little tense. I'm going to release left arm and let arms fall. Shake them out. Maybe make a wave sensation from hand to hand. And rest them for a moment on my legs. See what I notice. And then I'm going to let my head fall to be caught by my left arm, upper arm here. And left palm can rest over right ear. Feel a nice gentle stretch of my right side of my neck here. And I can gently rock back and forth, cradling my head like it's a baby. Rest my eyes, and at a very leisurely pace, inhale and exhale. Maybe taking a pause at the top of each inhale, maybe a little pause at the base of each exhale. And come to find stillness with my head, and then maybe gaze up and gaze down, rounding crown of head and elbow towards the ground. And then once again release and place my palms on the earth and make figure eights with my shoulders here. In one direction, and then the other. And from here, I want to bring the soles of my feet together, take a moment to just give a little foot massage with my thumbs into the arch of my feet. See what sensations I can evoke. Some pretty spectacular ones. Maybe grab my toes. I'm gonna rub my hands over my toes. See how that feels. And squeeze my ankles, and then finally come to interlace fingers over toes. Inhale, I'm gonna just gently sway side to side, gazing over one shoulder and the other. Noticing what I feel in my hips when I do this. Kind of a full body torso twist. And then come settle into stillness. Inhale and exhale, bow forward over feet, forehead reaching towards the earth, elbows out wide to the sides. Inhale, lengthen from tail to crown, and exhale, release, head down. Inhale, I make space to fill my body up with breath, and exhale, let it go. And on my next inhale, I'm going to inhale both arms up and come to return to a seat, but this time bringing right knee on top of left, and once again pressing into the soles of my feet, this time with the palm of my hands. I'm going to inhale up and exhale, bow over those knees. Maybe cup my bottom knee with one hand and the other hand over that hand. Inhaling, lengthening through spine. Exhaling, release. Inhale, you can gaze up a little bit, and exhale, melt heart and head down. Noticing the different sensations this creates in your body. Inhale, lift heart, and exhale, lower down. And then we're going to come to release both the soles of my feet to the ground and let my legs fall to the right, so knees bent. Inhale them up again. Exhale, let them fall to the left. And then reach them long out in front of me, toes pointing towards my nose. Inhale, both palms up. Exhale, melt heart towards thighs. My next inhale lets me walk up, and I'm going to inhale both legs up. My knees can be bent a lot or a little. You can play around with that. Maybe play around with alternating legs, stretching one out straight and then the other. And then maybe do like a little paddle boat sensation, paddling with my feet. Noticing any sounds this might create, either in my body or in my mind. I can create a pillow for my head with my interlaced palms. Inhale, I lift my heart. Exhale, I can see about slowing it down on the paddle boat. Just a few more paddles to go here to reach the other shore. Inhale to lift through the heart, and exhale, release everything down. Pressing back into a child's pose here, or a puppy pose. Your hips can be a little high or low. If they're high, your toes are kind of tucked under your feet. If they're low, then tops of feet on the earth. I'm going to do big toes touching and knees wide. So I melt down in that space I've created for myself. I'm going to gently rock my head back and forth with my forehead on the earth. And then inhale into a tabletop position. Doing just some gentle movements for the spine. Dipping belly, gazing upward. In this position where my palms are under my shoulders and knees under hips. And then exhale, rounding the spine, tucking tail and crown of head towards my navel. Inhale to gaze through, dropping belly, lifting head. And exhale, round your spine towards the sky. Inhale, fingertips up, right fingertips up to the sky, and exhale, sweep right hand through between left hand and left leg. So the top of right hand is resting on the earth, right cheek can be resting on the earth, and come down to your left forearm. And maybe gently sway your hips side to side, keeping it dynamic, playful, allowing creativity and motion into this experience. A new energy, letting go of what is no longer serving you. Maybe you might want to experiment with reaching left fingertips around to right thigh. See what that feels like. And then wherever you are, unwinding yourself, pressing into the earth with left palm. Right fingertips reach up to the sky. And then let's make some gentle sweeping circles with right arm. Inhaling, right fingertips up, shining heart to the right. Exhale, sweeping through. And then finally bring right palm down to the earth, parallel with left, and then maybe walk our knees back a little bit. And just in case you're feeling a little cold, if your heat isn't working either, or if you just like a challenge, maybe just do some gentle push-ups here. So my knees are bent. Those are my feet there, and I'm gonna experiment with just doing these friendly push-ups with elbows tucked in towards ribs, and I'm just letting myself kind of hover above the ground and then come back up and see what it's like to let elbows fall out to the side. And then once again back in towards ribs. And I'm going to push back into a puppy pose, so my toes are tucked and my hips are high and my heart is low, forehead and forearms to the ground. Inhale and exhale. Like a puppy, you can give yourself a shake, 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 shake. And then once again come to a tabletop position so that palms are under your shoulders and knees are under your hips. Take a breath here, push the earth away from you and let it go. And then begin to spiral open from your navel, from your heart. Reach left fingertips up to the sky. Inhale, feeling yourself lengthen from fingertips to fingertips, sea to shining sea. As we exhale, sweep left arm through, come to rest on your left shoulder and left cheek and right forearm. Inhaling and exhaling. Maybe bring some noise to that. Inhale and exhale with a sound. That was just the warm-up. We can do that again. Inhale and exhale out with a sound. Great way to relax the jaw. And we can maybe experiment with reaching right fingertips around to top of left thigh. See what that does. See if it changes the breath. Of course, the breath is always changing. Trick question. And then unwind yourself, pressing right palm into the earth, reaching left fingertips up to the sky. Reach, reach, reach. And exhale. Come back to your four corners. Notice what you notice. Now I'm going to walk my knees forward again and kneel on them with my knees apart. Kneel on my heels. Sit on my heels, my knees apart. And notice what I notice. Notice feeling fine, feeling good. And I'm going to return to a comfortable seat, and just to balance it out, because we stacked, I think it was right knee over left, so now I'm going to stack left knee over right, but by all means do how you gotta do to balance yourself out. Inhale, I press my palms into the soles of my feet. Exhale, feel my sits bones, as they're called in yoga, sink into the space between my ankles, and I'm going to interlace my palms, place them around my bottom knee. Inhale long, give a wiggle. Exhale, melt my heart over my top knee. The forehead can land where it lands, or maybe it floats. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Each inhale, see if you can get something else out of the pose. Inhale and exhale. I'm just letting myself collapse down. Continue to breathe, even when we're collapsed. And then inhale, I come back up and Just going to take a moment to walk my knees out in front of me and return to a comfortable seat, whatever that means for you. And it can mean something different all the time. And I'm just going to take a moment, a meditative moment, close my eyes and see what I see. Do what I gotta do to get even more comfortable. Maybe the most comfortable I've been all day. Inhale. And let something else go. And most people work in service jobs of some kind or another, and that's a beautiful thing. Service is love in action, and in these jobs where we're like the glue holding situations together, we can best do that when we hold ourselves together, and that's why I do daily wellness to help hold it all together. Because when you feel really coherent, really comfortable, that's when you can think the most lucidly and be the most present and the most creative and just frankly enjoy your life to the max. And just wanted to give a shout out to the wonderful patients and their families and the care team that I am honored to be a part of, that I've been a part of this past week. And the week ended with, coming up with a pretty solid diagnosis for something that was difficult to diagnose. And, at first glance, it didn't really add up. But then you got to add it up. That's a pun because it was Addison's disease, adrenal insufficiency. And also some medical cases you can't solve because medicine just doesn't explain everything that can happen in the human body. It tries, but we're just not there yet. I don't know if we'll ever be there. But what we can do is hope to manage things, even if we don't have a way of explaining them. Ideally, you can explain things, but if you can't, then you can hopefully just improve quality of life for your patients. And I also was able to take an important step in that for one of my patients this week. So definitely ended on a really high note, and I'll be back on Sunday for more of this job that is so amazing. It demands so much, but it's such an honor to do. And as I told some med students recently, as they finished a rotation that we were working on together, I said, all right guys, just keep swimming. And there's an addendum I wanted to add to that, which is, just keep swimming. But if you feel like you can't keep swimming, just float. And what do I mean by that? Float as in, sometimes you do feel like you don't know what to do, or you're at the end of your rope. And in those moments when you're like, maybe panicking inside, you can always just pause. Just pause, take a step back, observe yourself. You don't have to react. You can just listen. And that way, instead of having kind of a more emotional bonfire clouding your vision, it can just be a little candle flame, a little sparkler, instead of like a stress storm. So know that you can always take a pause. I know it probably doesn't seem like it, but at least internally, you can create that space for yourself by practicing movement and mindfulness with me every day. I'm just kidding. Your practice is your own, but thank you for listening. May you be well. Namaste.